Hello students, in this video, let's have a look at parts of speech. Look at this statement, Ramesh prepared well for his exams and scored high marks. Each and every word in this statement has its own importance in its given position. Each word is named based on the job it does in any statement. Let's categorize these words. Ramesh, noun. Prepared, verb. Well, adverb. For, conjunction. His, pronoun. Exams, noun. Scored, verb. High, adjective. Marks, noun. These words, which build the body of the statement, are called parts of speech. There are a total of 8 parts of speech in English language. They are noun, verb, adjective, adverb, pronoun, conjunction, preposition, interjection. In your daily life, you might have come across these terms. In this video, we are going to learn about noun, which is one of the parts of speech, its types and some rules to remember. Noun is the name given to a person, animal, place, thing, feeling or idea. Consider this example. Rita brought a new puppy from her grandmother's home, which is located in Chennai. Let's find out all the nouns in this example. Rita is a name of a person. Puppy is an animal. Grandmother is a name of a relation. Chennai is a name of a place. Now look at this example. Love is God. Here, love is a noun, which is a name given to a kind of feeling or emotion. These are all the general concepts about noun. Now let's learn about the different kinds of nouns, and we will also look at some rules to keep in mind when we use them. There are 4 kinds of nouns. They are common and proper nouns, concrete and abstract nouns, collective noun, countable and uncountable nouns. First one is common and proper noun. Common noun is a general name given to a classified group of something, whereas a proper noun is a specific name given to any particular individual or a thing or a place, etc. For example, man is a general name given to a group of all male humans. George is the name of a particular individual in the group man. Some of the common nouns are man, woman, dog, country, language, whereas some of the proper nouns are Akilan, Anita, Chinnu, India, Tamil. Look at the following lines. Tamil language is one of the most ancient languages. Tamil language is spoken in Tamil Nadu, Sri Lanka, Malaysia and in many countries. Here, proper nouns like Tamil, Tamil Nadu, Sri Lanka, Malaysia are started with capital letters, but common nouns like languages and countries started with small letters. Do you know why? Because there are no specifications in common nouns. When we talk about languages in general, we use small letters to write the common nouns, unless it begins any sentence. But if we talk about any specific language like Tamil, it means we mention a particular name, which belongs to a common group called language. So we write the starting letter in uppercase, to denote a proper noun. Next, let's have a look at concrete and abstract nouns. Meaning for the word concrete is that anything has real physical existence. Anything that has a physical appearance, which enables us to experience with our 5 senses like sight, hearing, smell, taste and touch. A concrete noun can be a thing or a place or a human being or anything that is physically present. For example, laptop, phone, dog, ice cream, crab, building, zoo, etc. Now, let's look at abstract noun. Meaning of the word abstract is existing in thought or as an idea, but not having a physical or concrete appearance. Abstract noun is a name given to anything that we cannot experience with our 5 senses, but can be present in our imagination. Look at the examples. Mahatma Gandhi fought for our freedom. Eating ice cream gives immense pleasure. It was shocking for her. Honesty is the best policy. In the first one, freedom is an abstract noun, because freedom is a state which can be felt but does not have any appearance. Likewise, In all the above given examples, nouns like pleasure, shocking, honesty, policy are called abstract nouns, because they can only be felt. Some of the concrete nouns are book, baby, cat, clock, bird, whereas some of the abstract nouns are anxiety, fear, charity, joy, sorrow. Next one is collective nouns. Collective noun is a name given to a collection or a group of something. It denotes a group of people, animals, concepts and objects as a single entity. For example, Roshan gave her a bunch of flowers. Here, a group of collected flowers is named as bunch. Likewise, a group of soldiers is named as army. Jury is a single entity which denotes a group of judges. Some of the collective nouns are class, choir, galaxy, team, bunch. Last one is countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are names given to items that can be counted in numbers. Example: books, teachers, people, cars, etc. Countable nouns can be a singular noun or a plural noun. Example: there is a book on that table. Singular noun. There are 10 cars in that row. Plural noun. Use of articles. We can use all the three articles for a countable noun in an appropriate place. Example: I will read the book. She's eating an apple. Countable nouns can also be used with some quantifiers such as many, a few, some, a lot of. Uncountable noun is a name given to items, a state or quality that cannot be counted in numbers. Example: all liquids like milk, water, kerosene, etc., sugar, sand, air are examples of uncountable nouns. Most abstract nouns like advice, love, information, etc. are also some examples of uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns will always be in a singular form. It cannot take plural form. Example: there is some water in the bottle. Correct. There are some water in the bottle. Incorrect. Uncountable nouns cannot take plural form, but plural measures can be used for them. Example: bring us 2 cups of coffee. 3 tablespoons of medicine per day.
Please share, comment and subscribe to our channel, The Learning App by EduTech, for more English grammar videos.